Pinnacle effective advice to the game. Back with the starting lineups. A.J. Mitchell, Jalen Williams, Lou Dort, Aaron Cedric Coward back in the lineup. Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson. Mark Davis will toss it.
On the other end, you have the quickness advantage for the Thunder, whose style will win out here tonight.
Williams comes topside to Dort, 7 to shoot. A.J. Mitchell with a drive and a fadeaway that falls. A.J. Mitchell, his second season out of UC Santa Barbara. Thunder coming off an overtime win against Utah. The Grizzlies coming off a blowout loss here at home to Phoenix.
The thing is, the Thunder continue to find a nice move here by Spencer.
Sets up Jaren in the corner. His three is down. Grizzlies with a 3-2 lead. And Cam Spencer, who has had 5 or more assists in 11 consecutive games, brings up the dime. Lob attempt, and Carlson couldn't tap it home. Jalen Wells, new hairstyle. Looked like a lot of guys ended up at the barbershop yesterday.
Hold on, B. We walked out on the floor. I said, we signed another 10-day guy? I didn't even know.
Nope, that's Jalen Wells, and that's a miss.
And I just had to take one more look. I was like, oh, it's Jalen.
Dort out of the corner, and his three is through.
Too many times, you see the body there and the block. Too many times we talk about Lou Dort not shooting well, and then against the Grizzlies, knocking down 3 after 3.
Okay, I won't say it. He was 2 for his last 8, and then Carlson rings the bell from downtown.
There's going to be a lot of freedom on the floor for this Thunder team. More guys will be involved on the offensive end. More guys involved with touching the ball with SGA not playing.
Thunder team, they are the best defensive team in terms of defensive rating. Wells for 3.
So everybody, we get a sheet that has all of the statistics before the game, multiple categories. It's the one team that when you're going down on the offensive and defensive side, as Dort misses that 3 there are a lot of 1, 1st, and 2nds.
Yes.
For this Oklahoma City Thunder team. The reason why they are as good as they are.
They lead the league in scoring margin. Here's Coward. Landale, offensive rebound. Coward, off glass. Wow. Looked like there was contact as he ended up on the floor, but no air in the whistle. Dort, offensive rebound. And Spencer digs out the rebound. Dort, slow to get up. Coward on the attack, and score it, and 1. Had a 16.9 rebound game working in 13 minutes when he sprained the ankle.
He was looking like the same way he's coming off that hot Philadelphia 76er game, looking like that same Cedric Coward.
As for the Thunder, to your point, they're 2nd in the league in scoring and 1st in defense, and that's in terms of points scored and allowed. Wells against Dort. Pretty move to get around him and use the basket to shield Dort.
They did a good job. Good look ahead by Cam Spencer, but just the slowdown of the steps allowed him to free himself for that lay-in.
Jalen Williams down the lane.
Defense.
Good defense by the Grizzlies. Jaren with a rebound. Grizzlies looking for the lead. Cam Spencer back to 2nd in the league in 3-point shooting after a 4 of 6 night against Phoenix. Dort in rhythm. And that will go out of bounds.
Some little of a letdown. And you don't want to play at that type level for too long because you need the energy late in the season.
Spencer. Well, there's plenty of contact. They're letting him play. As long as they stay consistent, so be it. Jalen Williams draws a foul and will earn a trip to the free throw line. Fouls on Jalen Wells.
The whistle will blow.
Williams missed the first 19 games with a wrist injury. And included in those first 19 was the first meeting between 19-103 on December the 22nd.
I think for him, still just finding his footing. And he's one of those guys that at the end of the year, he's only averaging 17, 18 points at this point. He'll be a 20, 21 point scorer at that point.
Spencer around the Landale screen. Jock will try for 3. It's through for Jock Landale. Jock went 0 of 4 from 3. In fact, he was scoreless Wednesday against Phoenix. but he triples the Grizzlies into a 1-point lead.
So listen, Josh said, I'm gonna go get the faux hawk, and I'm gonna come back and get my jumper to go down. It's A.J. Mitchell again on the interior, then the knocked away there. So this Thunder, they've done can individually get it done.
What's really good about their defense, Brevin, they are disruptive, but they're also disciplined. They lead the league in steals, and it's not because they gamble.
They don't gamble. They're very good position defense. They have really good defenders to help them to play that action.
Wells continuing to struggle. Loose ball, Landale, and he got fouled. Isaiah James Jr. is available to the Grizzlies tonight, but Spencer's been the starter at the point as of late. As Landale drops in the second free throw, and there is Vince Williams into the game for the first time tonight.
It was nice to have Vince back. We saw in the last game that he did play the threes, the assists, and a shot here inside with Carlson able to finish up over the top. But with Vince, we saw the threes, we saw the defense, how he can affect the game in multiple ways.
Vince will try a three and knock it in.
Right on cue. As long as possible with this Thunder team. Don't allow them to run away with it earlier. They don't have the offensive drought.
A.J. Mitchell short, but that rebound tapped. Vince Williams Jr. has it for the Grizzlies. Aldama down the lane, a drop-off and a finish for Landale. That was tight quarters for that drop-off by Aldama, but it worked.
Tight quarters, but the right pass to throw in tight quarters, the bounce pass.
Carlson, that three off the back iron, good box out by Aldama. Caldwell Pope off the curl. Side pick and roll with Vince. There's the roll, there's the finish.
Beautiful pass there by the back. The Grizzlies here early on doing a great job. We talked about having to take care of the basketball, especially against this defense. Doing a good job of making nice passes that can be caught with their teammate. Nice D.
KCP with the knockaway. Shot clock at 6 as Isaiah Joe comes to front court. On the spin away, lost his footing. They called the foul.
Coach Isolo telling the team he really loves what he's seeing offensively. He loves the pace of the offense right now, and he said terrific job with the ball movement as well. Grizzlies 6 assists on 7 made baskets so far and protecting the ball. Just a lot more life coming out of the locker room tonight than what we saw Wednesday night against Phoenix. No turnovers yet for the Grizzlies.
Vince with a drive, a wraparound. Koloko able to save the possession. KCP's three is off. Koloko offensive rebound. Aldama with a ball fake. Caldwell Pope has a driving angle. Off glass and in for Contavious Caldwell Pope. Alex Caruso in for the first time tonight. So is Kenrich Williams for Oklahoma City, and the Grizzlies have opened up an 8-point lead. Caruso.
A driving layup.
Because right now, this Thunder team,
Space using their hands and then using their lower bodies to root out bigger players.
Brooks Barnheiser out of Northwestern is in for the first time tonight. Caruso has been bothered by a bad back, but he drops in the free throws. As you look at Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, Jay Will from Arkansas, dealing with heel bursitis. Go through the injury report, you get a lot of medical knowledge out of it
this entire season.
Aldama finds Koloko, but had it stripped. First Grizzlies turnover of the game. Kenrich Williams. Kenrich Williams had his best game scoring-wise against the Grizzlies. He had 11. And the home win for the Thunder. Caldwell Pope behind the Koloko screen. 10 to shoot for Vince. Step back three. Boarded by Barnheiser.
Yeah, what they'll do with the quickness of this Thunder team, in these screens, they do a lot of switching, which makes it hard for you to turn the corner to play downhill to create advantages.
Bad pass. Caldwell Pope on the pickup. There was contact, tried to get it to Jalen Wells. Jalen back in the game. Koloko against Caruso, tight up along the sideline, and
for them. So see if the Grizzlies can take advantage of the bigs inside or getting on the offensive glass.
Koloko on the baseline, 7 to shoot. Top side, Santi's three is through. Santi Aldama. Since the Thunder beat the Grizzlies on December 22nd, they're just 5-4. Wow, and look at the hustle on the offensive glass by Kendrick Williams, but no payoff. 3 minutes remaining first quarter. Aldama going downhill from the dotted line. The Thunder starting 30-5 for a second consecutive season. And he score a big, strong finish inside by A.J. Mitchell. He's averaging 14 a game, getting the start tonight.
And his average of 14 a game is only because
he's coming off the bench.
Comes off the bench and the other guys that are on the team. He is a dynamic offensive player.
Koloko with a good screen. Shot clock at 7. KCP contact, it's up, it's off. And first quarter point differential +5. Well, the Grizzlies are +10 going into the second quarter. Spencer sets up Jaren. His three is through. Jaren Jackson Jr. pushes the Grizzlies lead to 13.
Nice to see him with the stroke from the perimeter. The thing is, they're starting to close out, and then he can use his size on the interior.
Jalen Williams. Dort back in the game. Three-pointer is off. Jackson, Landale, Coward, Spencer, and Gigi Jackson. Jaren on the back down against Dort. Through a double team, hooks, hits, and draws the foul.
That's the way that Jaren started. Able to walk out with a victory with this lineup.
And an illegal screen. Coward, extra pass. Spencer trying to relocate. Pump fake. Gigi will try for three. Bango, Gigi Jackson.
I'd like to see Gigi continuing to have successful stints for this Grizzlies team when he's on the floor. Good D here.
Jalen Williams a miss. Rebound falls to Spencer. Gigi going downhill against Williams to the cup, banked it in. Pretty play by Gigi Jackson.
The interior still can have an advantage when the double comes.
Wiggins with the drive, slams on the brakes. And a rebound collected by Spencer. Thunder getting decent looks, but man, shooting just 34.5%. Landale's three is long. So it's Wiggins, Williams, Carlson, Dort, and Jang for Oklahoma City. Williams stymied. The three by Wiggins is well off.
The thing is, you said it right, partner. They missed a lot of open shots, and their shooters have missed some of the open shots. The Grizzlies don't want to give those guys too many good looks.
You can tell from the body language of Tomas Isilo how many open looks Oklahoma City gets. Jaren draws a foul from Wiggins before the shot.
The way that he creates shots, but the assist, nice pass here inside.
And Jaren the finish over Dort.
Nice high low there with Landale finding Jaren inside. What Cam Spencer has shown, he can do a little bit of everything.
Williams and a foul. This will be on Landale.
He's improved his passing out of those situations, but there are several technical and individual things that he can do better, and those are the things that take time. He said, but the problem is, or not the problem, the cure for that is, I don't need to talk about Cam's work ethic. He'll certainly put the work in.
Without a doubt. It's one of the things that we found out a couple of seasons ago as KCP goes to work, shot clock down to 5. Gigi, step back, double clutch three, off. With all the injuries, it helped uncover a little bit of what Cam Spencer can be. If everybody's healthy, maybe he's not this heavily invested in the rotation, certainly not starting games.
You think about for him, for Cedric Howard, what this has been able to do. Yes, the injuries have been there. Dort with the pull-up jump shot goes down. The injuries have been there, and you would love to see a Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., Brandon Clark, Zach Edey. We can go down the names of guys that aren't playing. John Morant for this Grizzlies team. But the others that have played, we found some diamonds in the rough.
Gigi, his three is off.
And hustle like Kenny there.
Now Jaren for three. In and out. Landale working the offensive glass. And it's off the Thunder. Second chance points in the league, about 13.5. Here's Caldwell Pope for three. Aldama on offensive rebound. Grizzlies already have 9 second chance points.
They can add more to it right here.
Santi drives on Dort. Oh, to a back cutting Gigi for two. Oh, wow.
Beautiful pass, but nice job of Gigi to not hang out in the corner. He saw a defender turn his head, immediate backdoor cut, and good defense on the steal here.
Gigi with the pickup. Vince Williams wants to back down against Jang. Grizzlies have to recycle the offense here. 10 to shoot. Landale, the screen. Nice. A flare out and a three by Jackson. Vince Williams Jr. hustling the offensive rebound. Landale working the offensive glass.
Scoring, rebounding, there's nothing on the floor that Santi doesn't contribute to.
Last foul was on Jang. Caruso back in along with Kenrich Williams and A.J. Mitchell. Vince, 4 to shoot, shuffle the feet. Mitchell, Caruso, and Kenrich Williams for the Thunder.
Here's the guy that you want to continue to worry about is A.J. Mitchell here. Wiggins misses that three there, but Kenrich Williams with the offensive rebound.
Wiggins on a blow by. Wiggins only 7 points against Utah. Vince Williams Jr. three is through.
Confidence that Vince has played with since coming back from the injury has been high and needed.
A.J. Mitchell driving, hanging, and offensive foul. The arm came off, and Caldwell Pope took a shot to the mouth, it looks like. The offensive foul. The third Oak City turnover. And now this is going to be an Oklahoma City foul.
I'll tell you this tonight.
He has been a superb veteran for this Grizzlies team.
He's been fantastic. His role switch to coming off the bench. But in coming off the bench, it gave them a solid player to rely on as Jalen Wells gets caught in the air.
Caruso blocked by Coloco, and it hit Caruso's head when he was out of bounds.
Coloco again, Martin, just making play. This kept the ball alive, being in the right position. They signed him to his second 10-day, and without him, the Grizzlies would have been in a world of hurt in terms of size on the floor.
Aldama, bad cross-court pass, stolen by Wiggins. And Wiggins, the hoop and the harm. And Aldama very
on the right side.
This is a Thunder team. Now, they don't have Cason Wallace, who's great at stealing the basketball, or SGA, who's also great at it. They're second in the league in steals at 10.5 a game. They lead the league in forced turnovers. They also lead the league in turnover margin. They commit 5 fewer than they force.
It can be a little disruptive with this lineup because every time there's a screen, there's just an immediate switch that's not allowing the Grizzlies any advantage.
Wells. Nailing 105 to start. Dort. Wiggins on the attack. Coloco got a piece of the initial shot attempt. Shot clock down to 7 for Dort. He misses the 3, and Wells runs down the rebound. And then a careless pass. Kenrich Williams in for 2. And the Grizzlies will take a timeout. Grizzlies 5 turnovers here in the second quarter after none in the first.
And Bart, I'm gonna
The Grizzlies need to shut off the turnovers here in the second quarter. Cam Spencer, Jaren Jackson Jr., Wells, Aldama, and Coloco, the 5 on the floor.
When you talk about the turnovers, partner, 7-0 in terms of points off turnovers. It's 3-0 in fast break points. It's 5-2. All of these numbers in favor of the Thunder. 5-2 in terms of second chance points.
Jaren for 3. And Aldama had a reverse layup, and he passed to Jaren for an open 3.
This is where you're seeing how the Thunder's defense plays into their offense. Mitchell misses that pull-up there.
Aldama for 3. Bango. Santi Aldama. second among all NBA 7-footers in three-point makes. Only Lauri Markkanen has made more threes than Santi Aldama among 7-footers.
Santi said, I've been a playmaker long enough. Time for me to get back to scoring. As Wiggins there with the tipping, and even with the Grizzlies, Twin Towers were really 3 7-footers in the game. It is the Oklahoma City Thunder that is doing damage on the offensive glass.
Yep, you talk about the scrappiness of the Thunder. And we got a held ball and a jump ball. But only 9 on the shot clock. Howard's got an open 3. Brandon Carlson back in the game for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams.
Grizzlies partner, even with their size advantage here in this game, still half of their shot attempts, just about half, have come from the 3-point line.
Caruso misses the 3. Howard saves, but to Carlson.
One more, D. You can take one more.
Isolo there on the Grizzlies bench. It's not the normal cast of characters, but they do have a style of play. And because of that, the expectation of the guys that are on the floor now is to send from the floor. 16% from the 3. They were 64% from the free throw line. So nothing went down. A lot of that is the Grizzlies play good defense, but some of that is also the Thunder not making shots.
Yeah, I thought the shot quality for the Thunder in the first half was pretty decent. There's the foul line jumper. That one's short by Jalen Williams. Third quarter has been the best scoring quarter for the Grizzlies this season. And now a Wells 3. That's off.
The part of the thing with when Jaren sets a screen and there's a switch, the Grizzlies don't be so quick to look across court. Watch him going to the post and then initiate offense from the post through Jaren.
Jalen Williams peels back. George thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. It hits the 2. Moments after the Grizzlies tied their largest lead of the game, Grizzlies have led by as many as 20. Thunder have led by as many as 5. Landale for 3. And Jalen Williams with a rebound.
Another thing you get to see, partners, guys do things that you normally wouldn't see them do if their regulars were playing. So Lou Dort, when the regulars are playing, is mostly just a 3-and-D guy. But with the guys not being here, you're seeing him play off the dribble also, as he did at Arizona State.
Shot clock down to 5. A.J. Mitchell's 3 is off the heel, and the rebound to Coward. Coward against Wiggins. Jaren has Dort on him. Screen by Landale. Spencer going downhill, draws a...
Forget variable. I tell you, when I played, partner, Sean Kemp was in the game. I don't care what Mike Fratello was yelling from the bench. Sean Kemp got it. Mike, I'll get with you later. The big fella said give him the basketball. I'm going to give him the basketball. Why? Because he's also productive.
Because he's cooking.
Listen, he's productive, and he's Sean Kemp. I don't have anything else to say.
No.
Now, if you want to say something to him, you tell him.
Nice Mike Fratello reference.
Loved every minute of being with him.
Dort on the deck in the lane. A cut and a pretty finish. Nice finish there by Wiggins. Wiggins getting the start tonight with 9. And we saw the first half. Landale now gives way to Spencer for 3. Tango, Cam Spencer.
So you know you got a great shooter, partner. Forget this little 2-foot layup. I'm going to get him the 3-pointer wide open.
Williams, a blocking foul.
And one.
And was of that blow to the jaw.
Remember, after that blow, he was at half court still trying to work his jaw out. Hopefully nothing sustained. We just talked about it. It was nice getting guys back for this Grizzlies team. And within the game, we're talking about someone else going down.
Spencer, another 3. Well, Jaren, offensive rebound and the stick back.
Use his size. And one thing you can do against the zone is you can attack the offensive glass because there's no box out responsibilities.
Grizzlies 13 second chance points. Jalen Williams comes topside. And the 3 by Kenrich Williams. Just the 4th triple for the Thunder tonight. They're shooting 19% from distance. Grizzlies 39%. Jaren screens and now rolls and hits.
They have no answer. And with Carlson not on the floor, they really have no answer in terms of size.
That three well short by Jalen Williams. Wells driving and lost feet.
Yes.
He said, can I go? I'll play G League. I need reps. And a risky inbound pass saved by Landale. And then
Professionalism.
Okay.
That he has shown at his young age. And yes, he's been through a lot. The horses are all healthy and ready to go. So his role change didn't really acclimate himself to that role. This season we come back, talked about what it was, Jalen Wells to the free throw line, and he has responded well. Went down to the hustle.
Half a game and 7 boards.
Well, and that's really what impressed Coach Isolo as well. He said, I'm happy that those reps with the hustle have paid off for him. He's looked way more comfortable handling the ball. I especially like how he's made what we call those airtime decisions, playing off the catch against the closeout, putting pressure on the rim, and defensively taking on assignments at the point of attack. He said Gigi has worked very hard, and he knows he still has a lot of things to improve. We just want to see that energy night to night, and we're seeing it from Gigi. And Gigi, may have had the mindset last year that he needed to score 20 points a night. He doesn't have that mindset anymore. He's playing the right way.
Jalen Williams, a little bobble there. Dort working the baseline and got to the rim for the dunk.
I would say this, Fish, to your point about with Gigi Jackson, throw ahead here to Jalen Wells. And the turnover there, good defense by the Thunder. The other thing for Gigi is we played the Lakers. This would have never happened in the past as Memphis Williams tees up, doesn't make that three. An offensive rebound. He would have never defended Luka Doncic in the past for the Grizzlies. And he was the main defender a number of times in that game.
A.J. Mitchell, a second chance score for the Thunder. Three years in the league and still the youngest Grizzly. Wells for three.
And working inside with Memphis Williams does a good job securing the defensive board. Another basket for the Thunder. You might see a timeout for the Grizzlies.
Mitchell's going to get free throws.
The Thunder doing a good job of creating some scoring opportunities. Getting
that second quarter where you had 9 turnovers. Caruso has come on to return. And Cedric Howard has 4 fouls. A Wells three is through. Jalen Wells, first three-point make for him tonight. Jalen had been really struggling, shooting just 25% from distance in the last 4 games.
Wow, how just one shot partner can make you feel like everything is okay.
Wiggins. Kenrich Williams bails out. Dort. Gigi Jackson forces him inside the arc. And Dort makes the foul line jumper. Dort now in double figures with 11.
So for all those that did not watch him play at Arizona State, you're seeing a different type Lou Dort here in this game as opposed to what he normally would do with their regulars on the floor.
Well, even his role, here's Gigi for three. Even with the Thunder, his role has changed. His scoring has come down, but the team's success has gotten better.
And the thing for him is team success would be better than individual success, as also Wiggins. Now, and there's been points in the paint here in this third quarter for the Oklahoma City Thunder, not just settling for the perimeter.
14 paint points in half of a quarter. Gigi Jackson tries to spin against Dort, lost it. Picked up by Mitchell. And Mitchell going all the way to the rack.
Right now, the Grizzlies defense has taken a back seat here, and the offense for the Oklahoma City Thunder has continued to push forward.
Grizzlies out of the Grizzlies 22-15 here to start the third quarter.
And we see the Thunder to go out of that zone back to man so they can become harassing defensively.
Vince Williams Jr. knocks down the three. Vince Williams Jr. 3 of 5 from beyond the arc.
He had 3 or 4 threes, Harden, 2 games ago when he played. I know that he had the 3. I wonder if he had 4 in that basketball game.
I thought he had 4 against San Antonio. About a 3-point response on the other end by Wiggins.
They had the Thunder's offense under wraps. So that Thunder's offense has come to life here.
Aldama driving off glass. Pretty play by Santi Aldama. Aldama in double figures now with 11.
It's got to happen on this end, partner. The Grizzlies' toughness is going to have to step up defensively.
Wiggins. Now Kenrich Williams. And now Oklahoma City is hitting the shots they were missing in the first half.
Exactly. We talked about they were high-quality shots that weren't going down, and they have found a rhythm in this third quarter.
Aldama against George. Shot clock down to 7 for Wells. To the foul line, creating space. Yes, and the foul. Jalen Wells being very creative. In the last 20 games, if they win the fourth quarter, they're 9-3. If they lose the fourth, they're 0-7. They have a 13-point lead, but that's tenuous. Now an 11-point lead.
Remember I talked to you about that 15. That 15 number was huge. For the Thunder to go in only down 13 to get the first possession, 11, they feel as though they're right here in this game with as bad as they started.
Spencer's floater dances and drops in. For the Thunder, it is only the 9th time they have trailed through 3 quarters. They're 3-5. Williams works against Coward, who's been dealing with foul problems. Isaiah Joe, nifty move, he leans, he's fouled by G.G. Jackson.
But that third quarter, they changed their mindset.
And Isaiah Joe makes both free throws. Grizzlies have led by as many as 21, and that was early third quarter.
It's going to be all about attention to detail and not having to play against the shot clock in the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies already 9 on the shot clock. G.G. Jackson trying to feed Landale, 3 to shoot. Jaren's got to let it go. It's a 3. Rimming, no. Landale offensive rebound. Got it to Spencer. The foul line jumper is short. But it's out of bounds. And boy, the Grizzlies to really put the clamps on you from a defensive perspective. Over the top, tough catch for Jaren, and he has his pocket pick. Knocked away by Isaiah Joe. A.J. Mitchell for 3. Coward runs down the rebound.
They have numbers as Dort is down in the backcourt.
And then Coward is taken down by Isaiah Joe.
Good foul there by Joe to take the...
And another turnover. Basket does not count.
Away. You're going to have to, every pass that is made, free throw miss, first one missed there. Every free throw, every pass. I'm not an analytical guy. I do not go deep into numbers. I'm a feel guy. And I always say the feel, and that's what Joe misses that 3. Well, I was talking about that 15-point number. It is a feel for your team to be at that threshold than below, because these things happen a lot easier as the Thunder now into single digits.
96-88. G.G. Jackson driving, hanging, and hitting.
Over the top move again there. G.G. loves to go over the top, but under control and not getting all the way to the basket allowed him to get a clean look.
Jalen Williams with 19. Dort lines up a 3. Landale breaks in his 8th rebound of the game. They got a mismatch. Landale was being guarded by Mitchell underneath.
Defensive pressure out on the ball is so much, the Grizzlies can't get to the mismatch.
And Spencer is tied up.
Howard and Landale allowed that to happen.
Isaiah Joe with the drive. Good defense by Spencer. Joe wants to shoot the 3. Didn't get a chance to uncork it. And a foul on Cam Spencer as he reached. Cam with 11 assists. His career high is 13. Kenrich Williams hits the 3.
When we play against him, and he can play no games, and then we'll play against him, and he'll be in the game, then all of a sudden, he becomes a scorer for them.
Yeah. Kenrich Williams, it's his season high. 15 for Kenrich Williams.
I told you, he had one of those guys that Grizzly fans were like, man, we got to get Kenrich Williams on our team.
Yeah. Kenrich Williams, honorary Grizz killer. Landale out of a crowd. Aldama repositions his three. Air ball.
That's because it was a great hustle for the Grizzlies. Only 35.
Coward. And a late whistle, but Mark Davis. Ninth. Grizzlies had a 19-point lead in the second quarter. Were outscored 63-38 in the second half. Lost 114-100. The big reason also was
here to bail them out, but their defense can continue to help, and they have enough guys, Jalen Williams, AJ Mitchell, but that can get hot. The Grizzlies just wanted to continue to play good contest defense.
Jalen Williams going downhill. Grizzlies didn't stop the ball.
Man, that was on the wrong side of the screen, and then there was no other help on the back line.
Howard against Wiggins. Working baseline for two. Howard with 9, and then on the other end, Jalen Williams doing what he can do so well.
The initial defender partner can't get stuck in mud. You got to move your feet, not require help the entire time.
23 for Jalen Williams. He had 24 the last time these teams met. Vince working on the baseline, off glass.
So now it's got to happen on this end, though, partner. Can't allow the straight line drive. Got to play a little more force defensively.
Kenrich Williams. And the rebound to Coward, his 9th of the game. Vince turns down the screen, a G.G. Jackson 3, bango. And a timeout, Oklahoma City.
Right now in this quarter, the Thunder are 4 of 4 in the painted area. They're 1 of 6 from.
The other thing they're going to do, they're going to have to handle the basketball extremely well, because they're going to see a lot of pressure, ball handling pressure from the Thunder to the end of the game.
Ball security is going to be primo. 10 to shoot for Vince. Aldama looking for an entry opportunity. Hook pass. Extra pass.
Nice.
Wells for 3. Grizzlies got the look they wanted, but no payoff. G.G. Jackson, an offensive rebound, and he traveled.
He did, but I like the.
Wiggins, Jalen Williams, Dort, Mitchell, and Caruso, the 5 on the floor for the Thunder. Thunder, the league's best road record at 13-4. And Mitchell.
It's going to be big, partner, on the defensive side for the Grizzlies, because these are small guys. The matchups are different. So Landale, there'll be certain guys he switched, certain guys he can't. They got mixed up there. That's what allowed Mitchell to be open on the weak side.
A.J. Mitchell was 17. Shot clock down to 6. Vince starts his drive, throws up a wild shot. That 3 is off. Out of bounds to Oklahoma City.
The Grizzlies have to know that you don't want to get behind against this Thunder defense, offense.
Jalen Williams flares it out. Another 3. That one missed by Mitchell.
That's a bullet there, partner.
Yeah, with a clean look by Mitchell. He's a really good 3-point shooter. Dort comes in to guard Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren on the baseline. Aldama. Good closeout by Mitchell. Aldama, however, drives and pushes it up and in.
Good job, Santi, just using his size. I'm bigger than you. That was that play there to finish inside.
And then Jalen Williams to the rim for 2 and maybe 3. And a new season high for Jalen Williams.
He has lived in the painted area here in the second half.
12 in the quarter for Jalen Williams and a new season high.
Thunder will go back to a little bit of a zone defense here, mixing it up a little bit.
Aldama has a driving angle, hold step. Spencer driving, finds Wells, who's fouled hard by Caruso. And Wells 2 for 2 from the line tonight and 78% for the season. Had a great month of December, averaged 14.3 a game as the first free throw bounces out. Grizzlies have been in a plethora of close games as of late. When they close this one out, Wells 1 of 2. And Jalen Williams in a full sprint. And in full attack mode, but gives way to Caruso. Wiggins spinning and hitting.
So they have been relentless off of the dribble here in the second half.
58 paint points. And a foul on Jalen Williams on the baseline.
Drive attack, not off of the ball, just moving around the perimeter, something that forces the defense to react, and then they'll get a three, but this has been off the dribble the entire second half.
Round game from the rookie. Give him 13 with that free throw, 9 boards, 4 assists. And the lead is 11. Kenrich Williams back in. Mitchell driving, hitting, and is fouled. Points for the Thunder, well north of their average. Mitchell converts the three-point play. The lead is down to 8.
60 points, no bigs on the floor for those points. This is all the guards creating those opportunities.
A.J. Mitchell with 20, his 6th 20-point game of the season. His career high is 26. Trying to get it to Jaren, he's being held. Then they call an offensive foul. They called the second foul, not the first. Now Kenrich Williams and 1.
Martin, I told you again, here's the thing. Remember